there, beautiful people. Welcome again to my channel, and I am back in the car from Kerala. So yeah, today also we're gonna go to a Theyyam in a different Taravadu. This is actually my ancestral home. This is where, this is my mom's ancestral home. So in Kerala we follow matrimony. So accordingly, this is my ancestral home. So we're going there for the Theyyam. But the thing that I'm most excited about is a temple that is right next to it. It's called Madiyan Koolom, and it's one of the most beautiful temples ever because it has, you'll see, okay, it's just filled with sculptures and kottupani. What do you call kottupani in English? I don't know. There's a lot of woodwork and all that. It's like a proper Kerala temple. It's just, when you think of a Kerala temple, that's what comes to my mind, and it's been like that, and it's got so much history, and it's just a beautiful temple. Okay, so today we're gonna meet a lot of family, we're gonna go meet Theyyam, we're gonna have a lot of prayers and all that, and we're also gonna check out this really cool ancestral temple, and it's just filled with history, like I said. So I'm very excited, and yeah, so let's go.
The sky of Kanhangad was very bright on that day, unlike now where it's just been raining and it's been gloomy and Pepper's been having a hard time. My heart goes out to everyone who's getting affected by this weather and the cyclone and the heat wave and everything that's been happening right now. But anyways, let's just go back to this beautiful day. As you guys can see, it was a very beautiful day. And to our surprise, there were just way too many people. I mean, I guess I kind of understand why that happened. It's because the last 2 years we didn't have Theyyam, and it fell on a Sunday. The day of the Theyyam fell on a Sunday. So I understand why there were so many people who showed up. But yes, it was really hard to find a parking spot. There were just so many people. But we successfully found a parking spot, and it was ready to go. What's next? So my mom, my brother-in-law and my sister, we went pretty late actually because we had our own errands to run. But my aunt, my mama, everyone was there already because my aunt had something called Tulabharam, which you guys will get to know right now. It is it's kind of a wish that you make when you have some kind of hardships and you want to get over it, or it's more like weighing yourself in front of the God, so that if something good happens to you, you say that okay, I'm gonna weigh myself in front of the God. So that's Tulabharam, and this is what happened. So basically there'll be some kind of a tras which is kept over there. I don't know if this happens in any other custom, but it definitely happens in ours. So there's some kind of a tras that's kept over there, and then you sit on one side of it, and on the other side of it they keep goods. Basically they keep coconuts or rice or bananas, basically whatever you wish to be weighed against, that is put on the other side, and the God will witness it. And once it comes on the same level, the scale comes on the same level, it's supposed to be like your wish is now fulfilled, or something like that. Okay, it's basically a part of the wish. So my aunt had actually wished for something like that. So did another cousin sister of mine, because she recently gave birth to a little baby boy. So yeah, so there were family inbound Tulabharams going on, which was a lot of fun to watch, honestly. This little thing is the little baby boy that I was talking about, and he is the cutest. Honestly, a lot of my cousins have recently given birth, and they have such beautiful, amazing, pretty, handsome babies, and I'm just really happy to be an aunt. And an aunt to such precious little things. I mean, I cannot be even more happier. And yeah, but other than that, it was very crowded because, like I said, for the past 2 years, Theyyam was not there. So apparently this time 40 people had wished for Tulabharam, which is, trust me you guys, it's a big number. Usually there'll be less than 10 people each year. So for 40 people to wish it is a big deal. So in this particular Taravade, if I'm not wrong, I think there are about 4 Theyyams or 3, not very sure, but 4 or 3. And some of them, play at the same time. That is really cool to watch, you guys, because there are 3 Theyyams at the same time doing their own thing, which is just it looks so good. Anywhere you look, it's just beautiful. And yes, this particular Theyyam, which I really like, because hello, it is damn cool because it has a mask and it is played by a different caste. Yes, Theyyams are kind of played by different castes in different Theyyams, so they like own, ownership of Theyyams kind of a thingy. But I will say that not bad things of caste system are represented here. We never would say that one caste is better than the other. No, it is not. So is religion. We are all in it for equality. But in this particular art form, it's about celebrating the festivities rather than taking the bad aspects of like untouchability and all that. So this is pretty cool to see that different kind of things come together, and it's just beautiful. Also, the decoration that they make for Theyyam, I could not stress on it more. It's just so beautiful, and most of it is made from biodegradable materials, which is just great, and it's just so pretty. And the people who make this, hats off to you guys, because it is just pure sheer talent, everything about this. Okay, so after the Tulabharam and looking at the Theyyams and everything, it was time for us to finally go to the temple that I was most excited about. Now, this temple is one of my favorites, mainly because it was one of my granddad's favorites. He has written so much about these temples, and I've mentioned this earlier. My granddad used to be someone who made a lot of statues. Unfortunately, we lost him. But this place is so special to him because this temple is filled with such pure art. You guys can see it for yourself, okay? Now here I am going in search of this special small elephant sculpture that is there over here. There is a special backstory behind it, and here is my aunt explaining that to my brother-in-law. So basically there is a really small statue of an elephant here. It might look really small, but the backstory behind it is pretty epic. And what my aunt here is basically saying is that, once upon a time there was this elephant who lost its temper and came running towards this temple when it was filled with a lot of people. And the god was like, nope, stop right there. I'm going to stop you right there because I have to protect the people. And the elephant still lies there. And there is one more really cool thing here that unfortunately is not there anymore. So there was this big banyan tree over here, and somehow this really cool thing happened. Its roots kind of transformed into a Ganesha idol kind of a thingy. But unfortunately I heard that that banyan tree is not there anymore. But anyways, let's look inside the temple because it is damn cool. Like I said, you guys can see that all the roofs of this temple is just filled with artwork. Now all of these things are carved in wood centuries ago. Okay, so we all know that our temples and mosques and churches here are just so beautiful. India is just so rich with art forms and like art everywhere, especially in our places of worship. And now this temple is definitely the highlight of Kanhangad because this is one of the places here where you can see just absolutely beautiful art. Now they recently renovated it, so earlier this used to be all grass and now they've put these red bricks, and oh my god, it was such a sunny day. All our feet were just like on fire, but because we were walking on the red brick. So that's why, if you guys can see, we're kind of leaning towards the shade because god, it was really hard to walk. And this thing that you see over here is the well of the temple. This is where everything, like for Naivedyam, Prasadam, everything, they take water from this particular well. We're not supposed to make it dirty. We're not supposed to make anything dirty, okay? Get that into your head. Now comes the most exciting part. Of course, the art forms are obviously there, all the woodwork, yes. But on a sunny day, this is the most exciting part. So this particular temple has 2 ponds attached to them, but this one is the one that's open to the visitors right now. And yes, most temples have ponds attached to them, especially in Kerala. It's just a very common thing, but this one is super special because it's very scenic. And on top of that, so many people come here for like their bridal photo shoot and like pre-wedding shoot and all of that. So you guys can kind of understand that how special this temple is because it is quite beautiful. And this place is just on a hot sunny day, this is the place you want to come to. You're near water, you see so many fish, and you're under the shade. So yeah, that's great. And ladies and gentlemen, me, and ladies and gentlemen, my beloved sister, Manju. We sat there for a while just to be, out of all the heat that was going on. And we spoke about, life in general and old stories of how, my sister Manju, well, she's from Mangalore, so she doesn't really know Malayalam that well. And, we discussed about how she used to talk in Malayalam when she was a kid, and it was really, really funny. And yes, you guys, also, we did all this sitting under this amazing, beautiful woodwork that was there. And like I said, they have tried to renovate it because a lot of the things are, kind of diminishing. But yes, I think they've still done a great job in, restoring everything and still keeping it intact. So hats off to all that. And after that, we were gonna go back, but also on the way back there are more things that I really caught my eye. Again, there was a lot of woodwork, but along with that there were a lot of stone carvings, which I really, really like, because that is what I grew up watching my grandfather do. He did a lot of stone carving, and also he made sculptures out of cement and all that. So this is something that I really like, and I've grown up watching. So it took me back to a lot of things, and I was just really, really grateful that I had the experiences that I had. And just like that, we were ready to go back to the Theyyam, which is literally like two minutes walk, not even 2 minutes, a minute away from this temple.
And now we go back. Let's go back.
This particular Theyyam is called Kuliyan, and it is one of those Theyyams which is just really funny. All the kids run after this Theyyam, and the Theyyam, tries to chase all the kids. But I couldn't get a video of that because it was, it usually happens pretty late. It happens around late in the evening, 5 o'clock, 5:30, 6 o'clock, around that time. But yeah, so I couldn't film it because we were out of the place before that. But before we went home, we did the most important thing, that is buy ice candies. Now, something about eating ice cream in such a heat is just great, and eating local ice candy just tops to all of those things. So we ate ice candy as a family, and I ate like 2 or 3, I don't remember, but yes. And after that, we set home. It was a beautiful, beautiful day. I met so many of my family members, and I was just really happy to be there. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. That's all, you guys. Bye.